Hey everyone, Anna's here, and I thought it would be a special video today about a few things that not even really my closest friends know about me. And it's not going to be like a fact thing. I actually have items I'm going to show you that only certain people know about me, but there's certain people that don't know a lot about me. And it may sound confusing, and I'm sorry, my allergies are acting up so bad. So, like, I sound all nasally and yucky and ugh. I was debating on when I'm doing the video today, but I decided to do it today. Because I'm not sick, it's just my allergies. So, I'm sorry. So, the first thing is, some of my friends might remember this book. So, back in kindergarten, um, we had a chance to meet I think it was a publisher, some dude that's a writer. Ooh, way to go, Anna, just drop everything. But anyways, this book we made in kindergarten, it basically was already a written story. You just add, like, your name and then, two of your friends that you had, and, basically this is a book about me, like, exactly what it says. So, I thought it was pretty cool. Did any of you as children used to do this, like, write your name like that, like, in every book, like you thought you were famous? Because, like, I used to always do that. I don't do it no more, but I wouldn't have done it if I didn't. And then it says my name, the first page does. So this is gonna be a little bit of a weird, strange reading video. Let's see. So the storyline is, what, his name is, the storyline is by Dr. Donald F. DeMolin. I don't know, maybe some of you know. That's the front page, as you guys can see. And then return. Ooh, sorry. And it says, oh, you can read. I'm terrible at this. See, there we go. Still have issues. This is a special book about me, Anastasia. I am at kindergarten at Irving Elementary in Joplin, Missouri. I have two friends, Ryan and Austin, who are special. The head of my school is Mrs. Fort. I like my classroom with Miss Seward. This book about me is a gift from the Joplin Telecom pioneers. This book will help me think and grow and to learn new things I may not know. So I'll read along and I will see the things I can do, the things I can be. So I thought it was pretty cool. So one thing about me, about this page especially, it tells you, I'm in Irving Elementary. So the school I went to, Irving, in Joplin, yeah, don't look it up because it's very depressing. As some of you may know, I've talked about before in some of my videos, Joplin got hit by a tornado, and Irving was the school I went through kindergarten and 5th grade. I went every year. It was one of the best elementary, my hair's a mess. It was one of the best elementary schools, in my opinion, to me. I mean, if I had a kid, I would love for my kid to go there. Like, that's how much I trust them. But anyways, it got destroyed by the tornado, and it was just heartbreaking. So yeah. Ugh. Oh, my allergies though. Ugh. Whose else's allergies are messing up? Anyways, so it looks like this. This is the one page. I'll read it because it's not like a really slow book. I'll just quickly read it, and then if something comes up while I'm reading, I'll let you know and talk to you about it. If I feel like it needs to be talked about. I feel like I'm a mother talking, or like a teacher or a mother like reading to you guys. It's so weird. Um, let's see. I love to play with stuffed animals and all kinds of toys. I play with the ones that are quiet and the ones that make noise. And when I am done, I put them all away. Anastasia, says Austin Ryan, you are being responsible when you help that way. I want to be a responsible person. I know this sounds really cheesy, but this is like, once we go further into this video, you'll understand why it means a lot to me. I'll explain as it goes by. Sorry. Listen, Anastasia, said Miss Seward. Miss Seward was actually my teacher, my kindergarten teacher. Best teacher ever. So together we can read a book about a beer, oh gosh. That's bad. A bear in the rain and a fish on a hook. Ryan and Austin listen and I listen too. Miss Seward says, "You listen well, I am proud of you. When I listen, I show others that I care what they say. I exercise with or without the sun. I exercise because it is fun." Miss Seward says, "Exercise is when you can move and play, but there are other things to do for your body each and every day. I know to clean myself from head to feet. I know to wash my hands before I eat. Exercise is a good way to take care of my body. Eating healthy foods is good for me, like fish for a bear and water for a tree." Miss Seward says, "Make good choices about the things you eat and the things you drink, and the things you choose for a treat. I know fruits and juices and vegetables will make me strong. When I have them for a snack, I cannot go wrong. I try to make good choices every day." Try is the key word. What can I do when I cannot go out, what I cannot play, or when I cannot shout? Oh, my allergies. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Austin has papers. Ryan has crayons. I have pencils. We draw shapes using rulers and stencils. Look, look, look. We made a picture. Ryan and Austin say, "Anastasia, it is nice that you share. It shows us that you really care. To share is to care." Like the Care Bears. I love the Care Bears. There are rules that are for my own good, so I will behave like I know I should. I should listen to what police and firefighters say because they help keep me safe each and every day. Miss Seward says there is a rule when not calling 911. You see, you only call an emergency. I will follow rules at home and at school. Okay, here's one thing about emergencies, the 911 thing. I'm not sure. I think some parents will probably agree with me. I'm not a parent yet, but I feel like, okay, if you're going to tell a kid, "Oh, I'm going to call 911 when it's an emergency," they could be like, "Oh, something I do could be an emergency, but it's really not. You need to kind of tell them and then, let them know what an emergency, like, kind of maybe get an example that maybe they would understand. I just think it's helpful that way because I do know there has been some few incidents, with calling 911 and you know, a kid thinking, "Oh, I can't solve this math problem or something," and that's an emergency. Well, it's an emergency to them, but it's not an actual emergency. So I feel like it's good to sit down and explain to your kids, however old they are, in a way that they can understand what an emergency is. That's why I feel like a lot of people leave out. And it's important to know, and it's important to kind of explain through their age, because someone that is 4 years old is not going to might know something else, or how am I supposed to explain this? Might not know a situation through what a 8-year-old might know. Well, when you're 8, you should definitely know that one already, but still, I mean, it's there. Okay, back to the book. Helping at school, helping at home, helping at school. Helping is something that is very cool. Miss Seward says, "Anastasia, helping others in a very special way will put a smile on your face all through the day. I help Austin and Ryan, and they help me. Helping makes me happy as can be. I feel good when I help others." And it still does. I still feel good when I help others. Helping is good and it gives me a thrill, but being nice is better still. I could say please and thank you and yes and no. I can wait until it is my turn to go. Ryan and Anastasia say, "Anastasia, we like you because you are polite. You know those things are wrong. My allergies are getting to me again. You know those things are wrong, those things that are right. I try to be nice and polite all the time. What can I do that is fun for me?" Miss Seward says. "Anastasia, look on the table. What do you see?" "I see old papers. Austin sees glue. Ryan sees a ribbon of blue. Miss Seward says, take something old and create something new. Creating is a fun thing to do. I think of new things to create. Now it is time for me to begin counting the numbers from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, Anastasia, says Ryan and Austin. You know your numbers to 10. Can you count them all over again? Miss Seward says, learning to count is fun to do, and I'm very proud of you. I know that doing my best is why I try, so I can succeed as each day goes by. When I count, I want to do my best. Knowing my colors is good when I draw pictures of winter, spring, and summer, or fall. I make cards so the colors can be seen. There are red, white, blue, black, brown, and green. Austin, Ryan, and I play a game with each color card. We practice our colors. It is not hard. I want to learn many colors by sight, so I practice hard to get them right. I practice to get better. There is a time that I really enjoy more than playing with any toy. It is really a time that is fun. Reading is something for everyone. Not really. I don't agree with that. Ryan and Austin read, and I read too. We read books all the way through. I love reading with others when I'm alone. I love reading at school when I am at home. Miss Seward says, Anastasia, each time you read, you learn something new. Reading is something that is good for you. I read so I can think and learn. After reading this book about me, I know there are many things that I can do and many things I can be. I know there are many choices to make, to be nice, to be responsible, to follow the rules, to share with others. To read a book and learn in school, I know that at the end of the day, I can say that I did my best along the way. I am happy with what I see and what I learned in these books about me. I learn many things when I read a book about me. The end. So I just thought that was a cute little book. So the reason I wanted to show you guys this, sorry, the reason I wanted to show you guys this because this was probably the very, very beginning of when I started to really enjoy writing. And I never realized that my writing and sometimes my artwork would go as far as I thought it would. And you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but as I show you the other stuff, you will understand. So that was that one. That was from kindergarten, a book about me. And everyone did one of those, and I thought it was interesting. Let's see. I'll do. So some of you may know what this is. Celebrating what is important to me. So back in 2009, this was when I was in 6th grade, so middle school. Yeah, I was in 6th grade. So there was a contest nationwide, and only certain people, if their writing was really good, they got to go into this book. I mean, there was a reward that went with it. And then, which I think the reward is like a little medal, but I don't have that anymore. I don't know where I put that. It's a long time ago. And then, we had this. And this book was not cheap, but I ordered it. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, only certain people got into it so there was like a bunch of, I shouldn't say editors, but there was a bunch of people that went in and read all these papers. Like what you would do, you would write your little story or your little poem or whatever, and you send it in. And if yours was one of the lucky ones that picked, then you would get chosen. So I think there was about, I know every state that did this. You didn't have to do it, but it was something I know a lot of people would encourage people to do. So I was encouraged to do it, and I decided to do it. And I'm trying to think. I made mine, I think, like a summer thing of me and my family, just like a short little whatever. Anyways, literally about 2 months later, I was pulled out of class, and I met, oh gosh, I don't know what his name is. But anyways, I met some people, whatnot, and they gave me a paper, and they're like, congratulations, and I'm just like, what? Like, I don't understand. So they explained to me that I was one of mine was the chosen one. So out of our school, out of our whole school in middle school, I think there were 13, maybe 14 people picked. I don't exactly remember very much, but there may have been more. But I was one of the lucky ones, and I was so happy. And so yeah, that was in this book, and this book went nationwide. Um, Let me find mine, because like there's like a lot of people's in here. Um, Let me find it. It has like a little. If I can find it. Oh, by the way, my middle school was South Middle School. That's the school I went to. Let me look for it. Should have a. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, so then you go all the way. Go to index. Let's see. A B C C C C C C C C C C C C C O. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. Yep, right here. If you guys can see where it says, ooh, right here, it's not focusing. Come on, focus. Focus. My camera's being crappy today. Probably too much light. There we go. Ooh, it's so hard. So right here, if you guys can see, it says Curtis Anastasia. And that's mine. So mine's on page 116. So let me flip to 116. Let's see. Oh, flipped right to it. So this is what the page looks like, and it has different people's and whatnot. Mine is right here. And it says on the very bottom, it says my name, what grade I'm in, and then the school I am. And mine was called My Summer Vacation. So I'll read it. It's not very long. It's just like a little short, simple one. And I said, have you ever, oh, I cannot talk. Blah, blah, blah. Have you ever had the best vacation? Where we went, it took my grandma and I a long time to get there. It was fun what we did, but it was sad when we had to go. On July 18th, 2009, my grandma and I were going to Alabama with my Uncle Brian, my Aunt Anessa, and my two boy cousins named Christian and Nicholas. My grandma and uncle went in one car, and Nessa and I and the two cousins went in the other. We had to go through 4 states named Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama. We stopped in Memphis, Tennessee, then the next day went to Gulf Shores, Alabama. When we got there, we did so many things like jet skiing, parasailing, banana boating, floating on rafts. The last day we were there, we went on a big boat to see dolphins. There were a lot of dolphins. Then someone said if their stomach was pink, then they were happy, which ended up being true. That's an interesting fact about dolphins. After that, we stayed one more night, then we went back home. My uncle, aunt, and two cousins went home the same way they came to Alabama. My grandma and I went through Louisiana, then through Arkansas, lastly to Missouri, where Joplin is. When I got home, I told my grandma that this was the best vacation ever. I mean, it's just like a little, it's kind of a little cheesy, but at the same time, it was something that I really enjoyed. Because this is like 6th grade me. I put all my effort and everything. This is like when I really started to get into writing a little bit. And at this time, I wanted to be a journalist. And part of it was because I was going through some tough times. They weren't like the biggest tough times I was going to be going through, but it was close. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, and then we have this one. When I was in residential, so some of you know I was in residential when I was in, I was 14, yeah. I was 14 and 15 when I was in residential. I was there for over a year. because of my issues. I had really, really bad issues. Um, so yes, Turn On Ranch. Um, so when we were there, they wanted us to do a book, and we, they're like, let's do what fall means to me. And so we did that one. And they decided to make our stories and pictures into a book. So not everyone's was chosen, and there was very little. Not okay. So like I think only. So when we went to school there was about, how should I explain this? How much? I would say about 6 or 7 people in each class. And out of my class, there was like only 3 people chosen, and I was one of them. So I'm just gonna flip to. I found a. I found a bookmark. um, but anyways, let me flip to mine. And my artwork, it was terrible, but it really has progressed better through the years. I'm trying to find it. So we did a poem, and then we did a picture. Oh God, so this is the picture I drew. Just like a little girl in just like a little fall hat and stuff. Her arms are behind her back and just kind of staring out where she looks creepy. My art is so much better than this now. Oh, that was terrible. Anyways, I titled my Dancing with Fall because I'm a badass like that. Right, Brian? Yes. Oh, sorry, allergies. So there's my picture, and then there's the thing I wrote. Oh my God, my allergies, it's pissing me off. Okay, so it says, "Dancing with Fall. Walking through the forest, I am overcome by clouds, by the colors blowing swiftly in every direction. As I walk straight ahead, little crunches come from beneath my feet. I shiver as the wind hits my nose and cheeks. I watch the marvelous sight as the colors of the leaves and the wind dance together, making a beautiful whistling noise. I start to dance with the wind as if I was a leaf myself. As I take my bow, the winds calm and the leaves fall slowly down. As my name is called, I walk to my grandmother smiling at me. Before I go in the house, I think fall is a beautiful season to be in." So, as you can tell, I was a lot better writer than I was in the last one. Definitely. Um, but yeah, I thought it would be interesting to show you that. The last thing is not a book. It's something that means so much to me. So as you know, some of you may know that Joplin was hit by a tornado back in 2011. High school, it was just so much. I used to live by the high school. But it was the scariest thing that I ever had to go through, and it still traumatizes me. I go to therapy for it, and I'm not afraid to admit it, but I do. I still do. Um, but when we went back to school, I think this was eighth grade. In eighth grade, when we went back to school, they talked about a lot about mental health and kind of like I do on this channel. And they wanted us to draw a picture and then do a story or a poem or what we wanted to do. You didn't have to do it because a lot of people were triggered by a lot of things. So what I remember, I wrote about what was it? I wrote about my experience, and through a first person view, I wrote and I literally just wrote my heart out. I don't have the paper because the state has it. But I wrote my heart out. I did as much as I could, and I literally cried while doing it. It was one of the hardest things, but I felt like it was a good time to show um, everything about me. everything I went through, to tell my story. And very, 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 very few people got this. In our school, I think literally 6 people, 6 or 7. Um, but you would get, if you did really good. We didn't really notice at the time until it happened. But I got this. Um, and it says Missouri Mental Health Foundation and Department of Mental Health through triumph through tragedy. The art contest certificate of uh, certificate of participation. The certified award is to Anastasia Curtis in appreciation of our artistic talents to honor and celebrate Joplin community mental health. So this person, I cannot read cursive, but this person right here, it says right here, Keith Schaefer, he was the Director Department of Mental Health, and he signed it. And then this one, Patty Henry, was the Executive Director of Missouri Mental Health Foundation. So to have those 2 people who work on mental health at that time, and I mean they're pretty big people. It meant a lot to me because I mean I didn't want to be like, oh, Joplin got hit by the tornado. I'm sad. Blah 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 blah. And a lot of people were doing that when I was in the class, and I saw that, and I'm just like, that's not what they want. They want something deep, something they can feel. And it's not that I wanted to win anything. We never even knew we were gonna get rewards at all. Um, and to shake hands with people that I remember we got to shake hands with the director of the mental health, and at the time it was exciting, but to me now it's more exciting in the best feeling because on my channel I talk all about mental health a lot. And I mean it's really, really important. Mental health is a huge, huge thing. I mean it's everyone. I mean, there could be people who'll be like, "Oh, I don't get sad, I don't cry." Well, you guys are just freaking liars because everyone does. No matter how much you want to deny it, everyone does. My hair is a mess. Oh well. But this means a lot because on my channel, I understand what going through certain mental crises are. I've been to residentials. I've been to the mental hospitals. I went through the suicidal stage. I went through the self-harming stage. I went through just so much. I even at point turned to drugs and stuff. And to have this to remind me that my work went to first it went to the education board. I think that's what it's called, where all the big educators, teacher, what do we call it? I don't know what you call it, but they talked and went through all of these, and to have mine submitted to the mental health director for them to look at and whatnot was just it's just amazing, and it astonishes me. This thing right here is the reason why I continue to write. I don't write as much, but I do when I need to. Writing has literally saved my life. I mean, it may not be for everyone, but I do mine as more of a story, and it just means so much. And I'm not here to brag like, oh, look what I got, ha ha ha. You guys didn't get it. That's not what I'm here for. I wanted to share this because it is a personal memory of mine that I like and I love and I treasure, and I wanted to share it with you guys because you guys have been with me through a lot, and I meant a lot. So it means a lot to share it with you guys because literally I think only one of my friends know I have this and what it's about. Um, Other than Brian, but Brian's not my friend, he's my husband. Um, but literally only one person knows about this. No one else knows about it. And I felt like because you guys have been so supportive and so much, I felt like I needed to, share this with you. Um, so it really does mean a lot, and I felt like it was just time. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's all I have for now. I don't want to keep you too long, even though it's already like a 30-minute video. It's okay. Um, but I hope you guys have a good day. I love you. Like I said before, if you ever have anything you need to talk about, if you're upset and just need to talk to someone and you can't, and you feel like you can't talk to anyone, I mean, you're always welcome to message me on Facebook or even on my Twitter. Get a hold of me on my Twitter. Those will be in the description below. Um, and I always answer everyone. Even if it takes me a bit, I will get to you. I promise I will. Um, but I try as much as I can. You will definitely, within the coming weeks, you'll definitely see more of Kristen, more of Beth, possibly, and just a lot of new things going on, and I'm excited to, go and explore and all this other stuff. Um, I will be moving in probably about 2 years. I know it's a long time, but in about 2 years, when I do move, I will explain why we moved. I don't want to be like, oh, let's do it now, but I want to do it like later on. Um, and there's a reason why it's taken that long, and I'll explain it to you when I move as well. Um, Lola's Lola's asleep on the bed. Lola, she's out of it. Lola, she hates that noise. What you doing, sweetie? What you doing? You're tired, huh? She's crazy. I would like to tell everyone, if you guys remember Charlie, Charlie is sadly not with us anymore. Um, I'll do a video on it some other time, but, yeah. I'm not gonna go into that now. But anyways, guys, I love you all. Have a good time. Have a good day. Love you all. Bye bye.